Yo, what's up, you guys? Thanks for all the birthday greetings and all the love. Really appreciate it. In case you didn't know, I'm actually out here in Cali visiting my family and took a little break from recording, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Because today I want to share with you one of my favorite Neville Goddard stories that'll seriously help you to believe that you can manifest anything you desire, even if it seems impossible. So if you're feeling challenged at the moment and don't know what to do, then I love this one. All right, let's do this. In his lecture called The Duality of Man, Neville talks about the time when he was in New York and two of his brothers, Victor and Lawrence, went to go visit him to chill for 2 weeks. And they wanted to see everything they could while they were there during their short visit, especially the opera. So what did Neville do? He bought them 14 shows. What a good brother. Thing is, though, there was one special show in particular that his brother Lawrence really wanted to see, which was a new presentation of Aida. All the opera lovers wanted to see it. But there was a problem. The newspaper said that the show was sold out. There were no more tickets. In other words, there seemed to be no chance of seeing the show, right? At least a quote unquote realistic person would think so. But good thing Neville ain't realistic, at least the way a lot of people are with their limiting beliefs, where they let reason or their senses dictate their reality. You know what I'm saying? So here's what Neville did. Ready? Before he left his hotel room, listen, he simply assumed that he had the tickets for his two brothers. Did you get that? He assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He entered the state. Remember, in order to understand the world, you gotta what? You gotta think in terms of states of consciousness. There are infinite states, you guys. And all you gotta do is assume the one you want. Plain and simple. There's no need to complicate this. Anyway, Neville didn't want to go see the show, right? It was his brothers who wanted to see it. And so, based on how manifestation works, he assumed the state of giving his brothers the tickets and imagined them coming home excited. Check this out. When they arrived at the Metropolitan, there were these huge signs on the outside saying that there were no seats available for Aida. They were all sold out, just as the newspaper said. But still, that didn't stop Neville. And he went in, and there were 3 lines leading to 3 windows selling tickets for the entire season. Neville went into the first line, which was a very long line. And then he noticed that the third line was moving a lot faster than the other 2. So he moved over to that line, even though there still seemed to be no hope of getting tickets. And when they got to the window, there was this tall blonde man who was around 6'4". Neville was around 5'11", so Neville was a bit shorter. And then for some reason, out of nowhere, the tall blonde guy stretched his hand up over Neville's head and diverted the ticket seller's attention as he asked a question, while the person in front of him was buying seats for some other opera, not Aida, because again, the tickets were sold out. And he slipped some bills under the window, trying to be all slick, and then he headed towards the door. And the ticket guy was like, he only gave me $3. He should have given me, and then he mentioned the amount the tall blonde guy should have given him. And so he was thinking confused. Get this. Then Neville turned around and he literally screamed at the tall blonde guy and said, "Sir!" He had this cool accent, "Sir!" And he was so loud that the guy couldn't help but look and turn around. And Neville's like, "Come back here. You're wanted." And the guy went back, according to Neville, like a little child being led by the nose. And he asked what was wrong, trying to explain away his little scam. Straight up lying, dude. But then Neville called him out, saying that he saw exactly what he did, trying to screw over the ticket salesman. So the tall blonde guy, let's just call him the thief from now on. That's what Neville called him. The thief was so shocked and didn't know what to do. Keep the story short, they went at it for a bit, arguing back and forth, and it was over. The thief took out the money and eventually paid for the tickets. Problem solved. But it wasn't over for Neville, because then Neville told the ticket guy that he wanted 2 seats for Aida that night, and he wanted them in the horseshoe circle, in the center. And the ticket guy was like, "Yes, sir." And he gave Neville not just any tickets. Nah, dude. He hooked them up with VIP. Yeah. They always kept a few out whenever the house is sold. I mean, it makes sense, right? Shoot, Neville saved his butt from losing money. Point is, folks, despite what reality told Neville, he ended up getting 2 VIP seats for his brothers to a sold-out show. Boom. Don't mess with Neville. All right, real talk now. What is reason or your senses telling you? Okay? What are they telling you? Is reason telling you that you're screwed financially? Or that it's impossible for you to get healed physically or emotionally? Whatever you're telling yourself, look, here's a question that'll start to change things. What do you want in place of what your senses are telling you? In other words, what's your desire despite what your current reality is saying? And well, I'm guessing it's pretty much the opposite of what you're negatively experiencing right now, for real. And if that's the case, here's what I want you to do. Ready? I want you to enter it. Enter what? Enter into the state you desire. Live in it as though it were true. How? Ask yourself, what would the feeling be like if it were true? For instance, what would it feel like to be rich and abundant and healthy? You still with me? Don't just see it in your mind, but what would it feel like? That's the secret, you guys. It's about the feeling. And then you persist in that feeling for however long it takes. And then here's what's going to happen. Neville says that when you boldly claim to be the person you want to be and actually feel the reality of it, listen, you raise your imagination to the point of sensation, to vision. Then guess what? Every state necessary to make your part come to fulfillment will be present and will aid you at the moment you need it. Even if it takes a thief to freely play the part, and you will get what you believe. Yeah. Alrighty guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell right next to it to be notified of my next video. I pump these out every single week, so you don't want to miss them. If you're listening via podcast, I'd really appreciate a review. It gets more people to discover my work, and of course, help spread this message. And yo, don't forget to register for my free online training that'll seriously help you to start manifesting the life you really want right now. So check it out. The link's in the description. Like I always say, more's coming. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.